Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel English Literature. Today we will talk about the effects of Renaissance. But I can assure you that we are going to discuss 10 or 11 videos on Renaissance, 11 topics on Renaissance, on different aspects of Renaissance. So if you gather or accumulate all the topics and tell that these are the effects of Renaissance, that will be more perfect. Actually, everything is the effects of Renaissance, whatever we are discussing. First, the emphasis on humanism and individualism. The first effect of Renaissance was the emphasis on humanism and individualism. And we have already talked it again and again. It became a cliche, a hackneyed term. Humanism, individualism, shifting of paradigm from God to man, all these are related. How many hundreds of times I am talking using these words while talking about Renaissance. And I know after 10 or 11 minutes, I am now myself feeling that Renaissance is in my sleep, Renaissance is in my dream, Renaissance is in my dishes. And you also feel like that after you finish the 11 topics that I have planned, our mind map, our routine, our guide to Renaissance, the 10 or 11 topics that we are thinking and we are talking, and again that humanism, individualism, darkness from light, that you will feel that, oh, that is Renaissance. So there we find an increased emphasis on humanism and individualism. The paradigm shifted from God to man. What happened in medieval period, that emphasis was on religion, salvation. You do that, you do this and you will get salvation, you will get the door of heaven will be open for you. You just go straight and enter and sit just beside God. That was the belief of common people. Or otherwise, if you don't listen to them, you don't listen to the preaching of church or do anything in not their favor, what will happen? You will be put in the burning fire and you will be just in hell. There will be that, there will be so much torment, description of torments, process of torment. You will be burning, you will be just murdering, killing, pain, suffering, agony, if you don't follow the rule of the church. So these stories were circulated and people who are in fear, they always try to obey the church, to attain the salvation, to reach the door of God. Now the emphasis was on humanism in earthly life, not in God, but the emphasis was in earthly life, not after life, but the before life. Not after death, but the before death time. And trend on writing. Before Renaissance, the writing was based on religious themes, the sermons, the preachings, religious issues, but the human feelings, love, friendship, relationship are not encouraged. And what happened after Renaissance? In Dante's Divine Comedy, Boccaccio's Decameron, Thomas More's Utopia, they all deal with variegated theme. They talked about their love affairs, their frustration, their relationship with their beloved, and the story Decameron, Boccaccio's storytelling style. And in this way, these things, Spencer and other exponents of the Renaissance, they wrote about their love experience, their personal experience, their relationships. Seneca following of kids tragedies or Shakespeare's tragedies like Hamlet's relationship with his mother, uncle. So human relationship and human thought, human passion, human emotions or get encouraged in literature. Introduction of sonnet. Following Petrarch, 1304-1374, Italian poet, Thomas White introduced sonnet in England. It is a 40 lines poem written in iambic pentameter. And the word sonnet is derived from the Italian word sonetto, meaning a little sound or song. So sonnet was a miraculous gift of Renaissance for everyone, for England also. In England it was introduced by Thomas White and in Italy it was by Petrarch, and in different countries there will be someone, I don't know about them and I don't bother about them. Now Renaissance art is manifold. Painting. In painting you will find a devastating change. Why? Actually medieval art was confined to the drawing of the portrait of monks and bishops. The figures were stiff, strict, stern in looking. There is no passion or emotion or any lively feelings in their faces. They are all just in their preaching mode. But Renaissance broke this trend. New styles and techniques were emerged, and people's faces, they're drawing Mona Lisa. Who is Mona Lisa? Not any nun or not any prince. They're the common people. They're trying to picturize the common faces with lively, innovative ideas. And different colors were used. Imagination flourished in their drawings. Three-dimensional figures were at it. And three-dimensional paintings, they're more realistic. They're more lively. Truthful representation of human figures, not a rigid picture of saints. All are like same, in the same frame. In Italy during the early 13th, Florentine painter Giotto started painting nature realistically. Again, Michelangelo, Raphael and Leonardo da Vinci dominated art galleries with their new approach to realism. So these painters just dominate the painting galleries. Again, Leonardo's Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, Raphael's Madonna are example of lively paintings, and they are not the stern faces of any saints. Now, in the architecture also there came a change. Medieval architecture was banished, and what? The style of Greece and Rome, new construction, new mode. These architects round arches, domes, columns. Okay, I am just drawing and I am feeling that I can draw. At least I can make you understand. Okay, so this new style of architects were dominating. Michelangelo's statue of Moses, his paintings on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, they just bore the marks of Renaissance. And these things were modeled on the classical style of architecture, not on the medieval Gothic style. Fine arts. During Renaissance, fine arts also bloomed. The use of musical instruments like piano or violin. Till then, church, preaching, church song, church chorus, monotonous, boring. But they are now accompanied with piano, violin and other instruments. And monotonous church songs to a new height. Old monotonous church songs gained or raised. Actually, was raised to a new height. Drama. Under the influence of Greek and Roman drama, drama became secularized. I have already told you that Greek and that classical literature was more secular in approach. So, before Renaissance, drama was based on miracle, mystery and morality. This, like religiosity, was much dominant in drama. Miracle, mystery, morality, all they taught about what? Saints' life, what to do, about Bible, vices, virtues, all they were related to religious themes. But when the influence of classical drama came in literature, you find there will be secular spirit was blowing on. And now most emphasis on humanism, we have already told it. It is repeated here. Renaissance led to a modern era, gave birth to a new movement, that is humanism. The new idea promoted by humanism kept man at the center of his own universe. So now man is at the center of the universe, not God. And what man will do, how man will prosper, human endeavor, human intelligence was given importance. Human life was given importance. Revival of learning, we have already talked, the revival of classical and Greek learning, they were more secular in spirit. And philosophers like Aristotle, Cicero, Seneca, historians like Plutarch, poets like Ovid, Virgil, in their writings, the secular spirit and revival of learning we can found. Sorry, I have get a bit cold. And Reformation and rise of Protestantism, we have discussed in details about Reformation and rise of Protestantism. So we will not discuss it again in here. Just take the notes, keep the points in your mind that these were the effects of Renaissance. That is all. Study of theology was replaced by the study of humanity. In medieval period, the focus was on spiritual subjects. The literary practices were only on theology. And Renaissance Europe experienced more emphasis on the study of humanity, not theology, but humanity. Renaissance thinkers dedicated themselves to exploring the achievements of different cultures, particularly classical. Now, number 10, scientific inventions and development. The spirit of the Renaissance gave way to scientific inventions and developments. In the medieval period, people blindly follow ancient theories, but that did not happen after it. people started questioning what is human being, why human being is different from the other animals, because human beings have the reason power, and with that reason power we cannot blindly follow anything. We must question whatever is happening, we must observe and come to a conclusion, we must come to a decision after the observation, just not blind following. And astrology, medicine and other branches of science developed. William Harvey, you know the name William Harvey? He developed the process of blood circulation. Copernicus, you know the names very well. Copernicus explained the position of the sun, that sun is at the center, not earth, and earth is rounding it. So planets are revolving around the sun. Galileo discovered telescope, pendulum, microscope, and you know these people who are the torch bearer, the light bearers, they have to suffer, they have to burn in stake, they have to die for their truthfulness. Now empirical observation was given importance. Experiment, mathematical, deduction, biology, anatomy, these are the important features of Renaissance thinkers. Discovery and exploration, people don't want to be confined in his own land, and he wanted to know more about the earth. What is at the other side of this land? What is there, other side of the sea? They want to explore, they want to venture in different parts of the world and know the different countries for trading, for developing their religion, for developing their culture, for spreading religion, whatever the reason, but they just want to explore new things, new ideas and new lands. They don't want to be confined. There are the various mariners like Columbus, who discovered America, and before that there was Amerigo Vespucci, Vasco da Gama, Ferdinand Magellan, who sailed around the world, roamed, and then other British mariners like Sir Francis Drake, Sir Walter Raleigh. So they just came out from their home confinement, country confinement. Now economic development. Actually, economic development is the first and foremost reason. That's why Renaissance developed. I told you that there we need a stability, so that we can take a look at from the basic needs of a life, from something high from artistic life. At first, we have to placate our basic necessities, and that is economic stability. And when the economic development and economic stability was gained, then the other aspect flourished. Now, stepping out from the medieval world to Renaissance horizon, medieval concepts and beliefs were abandoned by Renaissance thinkers. In the medieval and period, emphasis was on God, again and again the same thing, same ideas. Establishment of institution. We find that different universities was now set up, Oxford, Cambridge, and those institutions encouraged Renaissance thoughts and Renaissance ideas. To live life to its full, that is the another name of humanism again. What said Ulysses? That I want to live life to its full. Don't want to be confined in his homeland, home kingdom. Even in his old age, he came back to his old wife. Wife is old, but he is not, and he want to go back again in exploration. So live life to its full. Just enjoy life. Enjoy this human life, not the after death life. Okay. So these are the effects of Renaissance, and there will be more and more. You can add the points in Renaissance. I just told you that if you accumulate all the 10 or 11 topics and tell these all are the effects of Renaissance, that will be accurate. Okay. So bye now. Thank you.